All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Carlos Mateo-Morales, and I will be doing my demonstration speech, and it deals with mastery of my craft. Um, Everyone has a craft, whether it's things like such as sports, cooking, and anything that you just love to do for fun or for a job. And my mastery and my craft would be in skateboarding. And the reason I got into skateboarding is because I was just saw it one day while I was leaving baseball practice and just happened to see a new skate park getting built and kids, my age, older guys, and I was so intrigued. I was like, "Oh, dad, like what's that?" And then that's how I got involved and started necessarily the journey of my mastery for this craft. Now, I've been skateboarding for about 7 years, so around the age of 10 or 11, I'm currently 19. And the reason I love my craft is because it's something fun to do that I love to enjoy because it gets my mind off of everything, the stressors of school and life and work and things of that nature. And it also gives me something positive to look at and to think about. And there's not a time or point where it's not going through my mind. So with that, it kind of not necessarily controls what you do, but it becomes more of a lifestyle and a culture. You eat, sleep, and that's it with skateboarding. It's always going to be on your mind, and that's why I love it so much. And just necessarily the life lessons that it's taught me outside of the sport itself. My experiences with skateboarding would have to be is the time I've been skateboarding, which is about 7 years, and that of the experience would be skating in various contests and submitting videos, whether it be now on social media, Instagram, Facebook, like that, or just for YouTube, just showing off your skills and showcasing kind of an art form of what we do and what we enjoy to do and the maneuvers that we like to perform every time we hop on a skateboard. Um, Also, with skateboarding, it's taught me the sense of trial and error and persistence. With trial and error, it's taught me that you have to continue and adapt to certain things and do things differently every single time if you want a different result. It's just like if a scientist performs the same, regulations or rules on an experiment, they're gonna get the same result unless they change up the numbers of the chemicals or things of that nature. They have to switch it up in order to get a different result, whether it's a better success story or just an even bigger failure. You learn how not to do something and then you learn how to do it, which also creates mastery. And as far as persistence, it's taught me to say really not to take no for an answer, to always just to continue whether this person says no or whether me and my skateboard are not clicking, whether I things like that, like just to be persistent and to never take no for an answer, whether it's something that the other person is doing or that you're doing personally, just things like along those lines. um, we are all necessarily self-proclaimed masters unless we do it for a career or something. Then people will become idolized to that. Me, I'm not a professional skateboarder. I just love and enjoy the things that it's taught me. And an example would be a cook. Once a cook necessarily makes their own restaurant and they develop a successful business and people love, whether it's well known on a national scale or a local level, people love their craft and enjoy eating whatever dishes that they could whip up. It's also kind of the same with skateboarding. With like my idols that are pro skateboarders, one being a prime example, Paul Rodriguez. I love his skateboarding because he has a different way of doing it from the next person, and it's just things like that. All right. Another thing that skateboarding has taught me and helped me with mastery is how to deal with pain. We fall more than most sports or get hurt most in more sports, and it's really all action sports that fall into this category. But dealing with pain, whether it be mental or physical, is something that you're gonna have to fight and deal with in skateboarding. You might get frustrated mentally to where you might act out physically by, abusing the product that you just got, that being your skateboard, whether it be breaking it or, just having it dealing with physical pain, having it hit you in the shins over and over again, and you're just trying to, go through that trial and error process of how can I do this differently to land and to not deal with it hitting me in my shins every single time. Um, Now, for my final statement of mastery of my own craft, it would have to be that everyone has one, whether you think it's little or not, or whether other people take you seriously or not. Now, others wouldn't take me as a master, but if they have no prior knowledge to it, then that would consider them to make you a master because you know more than them and they don't know in that particular category. Because not a lot of people understand skateboarding for what it is, but then I don't understand you know chemistry and how a chemist can mix chemicals and do all sorts of things, or how a cook could bake a cake so well and potent and whatnot. So it all varies depending on what you love to do, and it's all developed in that time.